What is going on there, Bob Show? Before King Bobo way back at it again. Now today for you guys, I know it's a little different. Alright. I'll do some Genshin and some weather and waves on the side. However, today, Genshin dropped a trailer for friggin' I guess kind of the interlude trailer, God's Limits. Now, this is gonna get juicy. Alright, let's dive on in here, boy.
This world has always been so. Life abides no reason, for none are born by their own consent. Death abides no reason, for it cannot be defied, even by those who see it coming. Time abides no reason, for it deprives us all equally, yet brooks not a second to be reclaimed. Space abides no reason. The ruler of space stopped the golden-haired twin travelers and mercilessly tore them apart. The beer... No. This looks more like Rhine-daughter's doing. Please don't litter other people's spaces with your bizarre creations.
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler of space. I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless.
You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement. Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval. My dear Rhine-daughter.
You have my respect, Nibirius. Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin.
And you, Istaroth, why did you bestow history upon them?
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little earlier next time. But you're right. There's no trace of Asmodee here. Where has she gone? Anyway, it's time I put this space out of its misery.
These meetings are just a formality. Does it really matter that only 3 of us are here?
I, for one, think that we should find her. Since the Heavenly Principles cast us as shades, not one of us has ever missed a meeting.
What if she just switched sides? Finding her would do more harm than good.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
Just switched sides? You make it sound like such a trivial affair. We are shades, shadows of the heavenly principles. It's unthinkable. Unless she loves her new master more than her own self.
Ranova, do you know that you're being watched?
By whom? Whose gaze could pierce this far?
Oh! No! Bro! Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I gotta freaking rewind this. Hold on. Dude, look at the way he's staring up at the sky. He's literally looking at her like, I still remember what you did. Oh, man. Yo. Yo, this man got aura, bruh. Outside of the one time we have seen him, like, take over a trailer, nah, this man got aura.
I remember those eyes. It was just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance of mine. I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsas helped him let go of his past obsessions.
The Cryo Archon. With her paltry powers, she dares set her gaze on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
My dear Rhine daughter, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
It was purely hypothetical, Nibirius.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing. Hence the origin and meaning of visions. People have always yearned for the gaze of the gods. And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath and retribution. And what of it? Lives will be lost, a nation brought to ruins. So be it. It is nothing I have not endured before. I already know the price of gazing upon the gods. So tell me, what is the price of killing a god? The god stays silent, as if the thought had never once crossed his mind. To all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says this. Behold, even the gods have their limits.
Inspection over. Return to your posts.
Make sure the Frostmoon Scions don't pose a threat.
Per the Pale Star Edict, we are to retrieve the damselette from Nod Cry, whatever it takes.
Yes! Let's go! Finally! We get Colabina, baby! Let's go! Not cry. Come on, man! Can you come any closer? I mean, damn, man. I just want to see Colabina in game, bro! Finally! Now, hold on. First of all, I will say, finally, after 5 years, after 5 long years, we finally know who this chick's name is. We don't have to call her the unknown god anymore. We finally know who she is. Asmodee. Perfect. Fine. Now, where is she? I guess that's kind of the main question. It really is. It's actually the main question. Istaroth, I'm not gonna lie, Istaroth's design was actually pretty clean. And so is freaking Renova. Renova's design, bro. Okay. Here's what caught me off guard by her design. Look at her design and look at the statue in Inazuma, dog. You can't tell me that that's not the same. So they were already hinting at what she looks like beforehand. We all thought it was Istaroth. We all thought it was freaking... oh my god, who else did we think it was? We thought it was someone else. We thought it was freaking... whatever. Nah, dude, they were hinting it was Renova from the freaking beginning. That is crazy work. Because, dude, look at it and look at the statue. If you look at the wings and you look at the statue, is identical. That's crazy work. But, dog, her design is crispy. She is gorgeous. This is the god of death? Dude, she ain't gonna be so freaking... Oh! Yo. Oh, yo. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all actually made like some crispy characters. Now, this actually caught me off guard a little bit. Daughter. Let me ask a question, right? Here's my question. Do her and Renova get along? Do her and Renova get along for this reason, right? She is one of the 5 centers of Conria. Even though she absorbed Nibirius, it is technically now a shade. Does she still feel that way about Daughter? Does Renova feel that way about Daughter still to this day? Like, you know, I cursed a whole race because of you. Like, don't think I forgot. That's crazy work. And then, of course, dude, you got Istaroth, dog. She's just flawless. Shit, that is flawless work right there. I'm not gonna cap. I feel like Renova and her got 2 of the best designs. But now it kind of makes sense of what's happening in a way. Guys, I played Genshin Impact. I've also played Weather and Waves for a good few months now. It's pretty dope. But no, bro, you can't tell me. No way. You can't tell me that this did not look crispy. And on top of that, we now know that Asmodee is the... What did they say she was? The shade of space? that makes perfect space, time, life, death. I mean, hey. But you can't tell me that, dude. You can't tell me that Renova's design is not crispy, dog. Her and Istarok got some of the most crispiest designs I've seen in a good minute, bro. But let me get, yo, you knew this man was feeling some type of way about her. She was like, he's like I said earlier, he's like, don't forget, you don't, listen, I didn't forget what you did, okay? Because we didn't take part in what Ryan Daughter and the other 4 did. That doesn't mean we gotta be penalized. Y'all penalized us for what? That's crazy. Dude, and on top of that, they actually showed it. They showed the cataclysm. Or what little piece of it was. I thought this is interesting, right? Alright, so this is where I feel about this. Look at these cubes. Isn't that the shade of space? Like how she does things? So, let me see if I got this correct then. It took the Archons. It took the 4 Shades. It damn near took whatever it was to stop Conria from destroying all of Teyvat. If that's possible. Because we knew for a fact Istarov had a plan in Inazuma. Alright? Her, and Makoto hatched the plan to save Inazuma. Alright, so that was already foretold. I don't know when Nibirius, I might have to go back into the lore and look, but I don't know what part Nibirius played in that. But now we know that Asmodee and Renova played a part in Conria, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's nasty work, bro. That's crazy. Look at this. And not only that, but like, this man back then, was he was staring her down, he was like, I will never forget your face. If you do ooh. He's like, I will never forget your face, ever. And she was like, bet. Now hold this L. Here, I'm gonna give you all this curse of immortality, since that's all that you guys wanted. Y'all wanted to be gods, right? Well, here you go. I bet you only like a half of Karia did. The other half, they deserve this, dog. That's crazy. But look at her, bro. She's so crispy. And then Ryan Daughter was like, oh yeah, well, he's my associate. Don't think that, like, I think being with the Saritas, like, dimmed how he feels about the gods. Nope. 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 He said, man, listen, I still don't like y'all. I will still plot against you because, listen, y'all did this on purpose. Man, we got Nocry coming up, we got Shneznaya coming up, we got Karia coming up, and then soon after, I think we go into Celestia. This is gonna be insane. How this ends, we do not know, but I will say this now. This is gonna get more interesting by the day. Now, the fact that we waited 5 years to see the Shades, listen, we haven't seen we haven't seen Asmodee in like, in 5 years? Only recently we just saw her? Only recently. Because she did pop up afterwards in that quest with Gyarados. So now we have Renova, who we just dealt with in the Archon quest. We have Asmodee, who we just seen in a Archon quest interlude. But dog, it's oh my god, yo, it really is. It's getting interesting to the point. Now I'm wondering what Renova said when she said. I wonder what she meant by what she said. Oh, well, now I think it's time to intervene. What do you mean intervene? How will you intervene? I think Noctry is about to get even more nasty. If not Noctry, then I have a feeling we will get there in Snezhnaya. If not that, then Cambria. Two things could be true. One, they're going to play a part, or they're going to have to meet us at some point. I would imagine they would have like a one-on-one time with us, all three of them, to get a sense of what we're doing. Because we're technically doing our part to kind of defend the nations from a catastrophe, if I'm not mistaken. We just dealt with that in Mondstadt, we dealt with that in Liyue, we dealt with that in Sumeru, we dealt with that in Fontaine, pretty much by Celestia, and the Primordial one, who we still have not seen. I would imagine the Primordial one is going to show up eventually, but we don't know. Now, this has been insanity, bro. But like I said, man, yo, if you do want to see more Genshin or Weather Waves, for that matter, please hit that like button. Make sure to go subscribe to the channel for more. I will be doing a video on the Steelers and the offseason moves sometime this week. If not this week, then sometime in the next coming days. I just been, just relaxing, just doing my thing, brother. And I will see y'all in the next video. This has been Red King 508, and I am out.